Hello everybody, how are you today? BMB13, BMB13. Um, well, today's review is going to be on the Precise line from Super T Manufacturing. And I've got a Canadian dealer. His name is www.happyvapor.com. And Vapor's V-A-P-E-R. His name is Happy Jack. David from Super T Manufacturing is responsible for the original Precise line, which is a complete stainless steel mechanical device with a bottom feed fire button. The contacts in it were either copper or brass, which we had to keep cleaning, and it had no lock button on the bottom. Well, Dave has decided to take the Precise line one step further and now calls them the Precise Plus. This is a Precise Plus. This is a P8, a P plus 18500, which takes either an 18500 AW battery in it or an 18490 IMR battery in it. The new Precises now, Dave has upgraded the contacts from copper, brass to rhodium. Actually, they're gold plated and then rhodium, which makes them that much better continuity. They last a lot, like there's no cleaning involved. You just have to put it in and clean them. The bottom contact on the switch is the same way. Inside is the switch. The Precises are complete mechanical, very thin stainless device. There's just a spring in it to push the button back out. The button is just a simple little button, and on the end of it is an adjustable throw button. In other words, if you can see the washer stacked underneath the button, that is how you adjust how far you want to push the button. Or, like when you go from the 18490s to the 18500s, the batteries are a little bit different in length. So then you can add or minus on top of that. Very simple. Drop the battery in. Screw on the top cap. The inside of the cap is also the gold and rhodium as well. So, there's no oxidization, better continuity. Plus, he's also added in 3 equally spaced vent holes for the battery in case anything does happen to the battery. The red you can see through the holes is because I'm using a red IMR battery in it, so you can actually see them. I own 3 Precises now, that's the P6, which is a very short unit, a P16, sorry, and the P18, the old style P18, which you can put an 18650 in it, or two CR123s in it, or 2 Life 04 batteries in it, so you can actually vape, 3.7 volts, 6 volts, or 7 volts if you wanted to in the P18650. The lock button now is just nice and plain and simple. You see the grooves in the end of the button. All you do is just push it. You see now the button's offside. You can't fire the button. So now you can just push it back in line. The button will fire. You push it back the other way, the button will not fire. Plus it's a lot, so now it's a lot more pocket friendly. I got this sometime, probably the 1st of November. I'm really not sure. Maybe I should look at my bill. But the finish on it is unbelievable. There's no like now you can actually get a good grip to it, which, when I polished my other ones, I kind of always feel like there's juice on them. Super T manufacturer guarantees all the stainless steel pieces, which is the top cap, the bottom cap, the button, for the length. It's lifetime transferable on the warranty, lifetime recognition on the polish warranty. At any time, send your Precise in, and we'll condition it to like a new finish at no charge for you. They're not, the cheapest mod on the market, but they are a very quality piece of equipment. They're solid, they're completely stainless. There's really nothing to break in them. They're a mechanical item. Right now I've got the 18490 IMR battery in it. I picked up from Vapor Age what they call a depth charge stainless steel tank completely. I vape a lot of cinnamon juice from tastyvapors.com, and most people know that cinnamon in a plastic tank just does not work. So, number one, it doesn't do any damage to the tank. Number two, it is an awesome looking tank. So in it is a dual coil SmokeTech 1.7 ohm cartomizer with some Halo Torque 56 juice in it. So I'll just give it a little toot. It works good. I mean, I'm not going to say that the other Precises didn't work good as well. I mean, here's my P16. The older Precises still work awesome. It's just that with the new contacts in the Precise Plus, it seems to hit a little bit faster and a little bit harder, because with the gold and the rhodium on it, there's less. It's got better continuity through the device itself. It uses the body for ground. The negative is sitting right on the top. I mean, the positive is sitting right on the top cap. So, it hits and it works. So now I know a lot of people say, well, it's a dual coil, blah, 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 blah. Well, okay. Here's a DCA with a Cisco 1.5 ohm atomizer in it. Let me just put a little juice in it, just to show you, what it's like with just a 306 atomizer. It's a very, I've never been disappointed with my Precises. I'm very proud of them, to say the least. You walk in somewhere with that, and it's like anything that you put on it is kind of very respectable. Just one more little toot. They also have a bigger juice well than the older Precises. It's not that the original Precises didn't have a juice well, but in there is a nice little juice well, juice cup, whatever you want to call it. I've had no problems with it on any tanks that I own. Actually, since I got that stainless steel depth charge, I really don't use plastic tanks anymore. But this is basically what I use on it, is this tank. They just work awesome. And knowing that they were built in the States, all CNC machined. David actually has a machine shop. He's really not a vapor. His mother is. So he decided to build a really quality device for his mother is how he got into this. So he takes his time. He's very proud of what he builds. I want to say they're almost like his babies to him, which is great because, that way we get a good product. It might take you a little while to find one because when he builds them, they're gone. He is also going to, on the old Precises, because of the contacts, if you send them back, like let's say you want them refinished, he's, as far as I understand, now don't quote me on this, he says he's going to, you will have your choice if you send in an old one to have it refinished back to the original finish or to the new finish, and for a little extra money he will press the contacts in and out of the old ones that are in the new ones. And you will also be able to buy the lock button. I mean, you see that he even takes his time, so I can get it up, and engraves a P on the end of it for Precise. The old ones are the same way. So, if you don't want to buy a Japanese tube mod, it's going to fall apart on you in a year, 6 months or whatever, and you're going to be mad and upset about it. Precise. Thank you very much, Dave, at Super T Manufacturing, for designing them, taking the time to build them. I would like to thank Jack, Happy Jack at www.happyvapor.com, for getting them to Canada so that I could get my hands on them. I really appreciate it. And if you want an awesome device, check one out. Thank you. And as normal, happy vaping, everyone.